Shuttlesworth never did really get all that was due him, just like the foot soldiers, you know. But he was very instrumental. Hey, how's everything going? All right. $10, get by me.
I got $10 in money. I don't worry about it. I ain't got no ducks or anything, but his money, money marbles, chalk, streetcar tickets, and I ain't got it.
Okay.
You ready to go?
No, they hadn't showed up. I just want to show you this mortarboard right here. This is a part of the board right here. This is everybody that lost their lives from 54 to 63 in the civil rights movement. And you can name any incident that happened. And as you look at the board, they point out a few that I know, and you also know. There's Emmett Till's story, there's Mary Edgar's story, there's the 4 little girls story. And there's 2 little boys lost their life the same day. There's one of them stories right there. Okay? And as you read them, you can say, but like I say, this is an area you can't take pictures in here, right? Like everybody don't understand that this is the man that spearheaded the civil rights in Birmingham right here. This man right here. He taught me upholstery. And he used him to do everything. That's
I wish I had got a chance to talk to him before he found out.
And this is what the church looked like in 21. And they built for $26,000.
Black man built.
It took 2 black men, one architect, one contractor. Built for $26,000. And this part right here is upstairs. You see, you might think there was that door right there. That's the door upstairs that went to the restroom. That was on that next level up there. Okay. And the organ is the same organ. Those are pictures of the dogs and I don't believe that group gonna show up. I tell you the truth. But when I talked to them the first time I talked to them, I lift up the church. Now, the church won't remember that as a church rather than
which is understandable.
It's God's house. And when I talk to them, I try to bring the fact that everything that God wanted us to know about sacrificing those girls for us coming together. I tell them that there's a few people that got together the first built this church, they prayed and asked God for increase, and God gave them this increase right here, which was this part of land. And I said, after they got this part of land and they built a building what they thought they would like, then the city of Birmingham didn't like it and made them tear it down. I said, they didn't make them tear it down. They asked them to take it down. That's why the word will become by obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So they were obedient to tore it down. But they still prayed and asked the Lord for the building. They asked to build this building for $26,000. I can build $26,000. I said, well, one thing about it, you got to remember that God asked for 10% of everything that we have. 10% of our resources, 10% of our time, 10% of our talent, and they all put those things together and they built this church, $26,000. They bought their bricks to church, they bought their time, they bought their attitude, they bought their commitment, they bought their dedication, all these things, put them together, they bought this church. They built this church for $26,000. And then once they built it, and we put God first, you can't come in second. So that's what happened. So then it was such a large church, and everything came to Birmingham of any size had to come to 66th Street Baptist Church. George Washington Carver, Abraham Bethune, Paul Robeson, W.E.D. Boys, Bethune have spoken on that pulpit. That's why the history that we like, right? But since all the bombings in Birmingham was going to say, we had this was we nicknamed it Birmingham. So by nicknaming it Birmingham because the houses was being bombed, churches was being bombed, everything was being bombed. Dr. Fred Shuttlesworth said something wrong with this picture. So God created us to be equal, so he stretched out to tell you how he was going to do it, how he was going to integrate downtown. But if they put people down, 1 or 2 people downtown Birmingham to integrate the restrooms or the restaurants or whatever, they would take care of them. So he asked Dr. King, that was on his way to Washington for his I Had a Dream speech. He said, well, let's get the children. Ask the children to get out of school and nonviolent movement. Don't bring no earrings, don't bring no pencils, don't bring nothing. That when we come, we're going to assemble in Kennedy Park over there. And then we go downtown, we just go sit in the restaurant. I was sitting there, we got downtown, they were bit by dogs and fire hoses. And they told the children, now don't use your right names, use nicknames. And I said, that's why I think that name Ray and Pookie and Nene and all them names come from, right? I said, well, it's an effective move because if they get the right name, they could research their name and bring havoc on their families, okay? So it's extra move. Then, after all that happened, then somebody decided to bomb the church. That's why they got to put the bomb under the stairs. See, out in the right there, you walk out there and show you where they placed the bomb. See, that's where they placed the bomb right up under that, right? There was no interest at this level of the church. There was an interest up here. They had to come up. This go to the sanctuary is here. This is the basement right here, right? So you had to go. You couldn't go because that's where the restroom is extended all back in the back, right? The bomb went off, and this is the hole that they put in the church right here. That hole put in the church, and when they found the kids that were in there, and they were all stacked on top of each other. Now the Lord allowed that to happen because He didn't want them to. This is my feeling, that He didn't want them to be scattered all over. They would be eulogized in one little piece. Okay. Now knowing that and knowing who He was, all these windows devastated right here. But this window right here of Christ, only His face got blown out. And there's a picture over there that shows it over on the wall. On the wall right here. See, that whiteness, that white means that on this window right there, the only thing was rolled out is that, I think, a part of His arm right there. But that's insignificant about that because we say God can't look at sin. That's why Jesus died for way beyond the blood. Okay? Some say, well, He didn't want to see all that, so He just moved His face out of the picture. But the vision of the civil rights movement could be distorted, but the body of Christ will always stand firm. So it's a teaching point. You know what I'm talking about? And so that's basically what the story does. This picture is people come to church. This is a significant piece of equipment right here. That's what they use to disperse crowds with. It's a water cannon. I don't know what the PSI was on that thing, but it'll knock you down. And Bull Connor authorized his police whenever you saw a group of Negroes together to take that thing and disperse it.